flat out saying no. That is the stunning reality of the Los Angeles Lakers right now, as front office executive Rob Pelinka has seemingly drawn a massive line in the sand regarding the future of this historic franchise. For years, the Lakers operated under the frantic win-now urgency of the LeBron James era, where every aging veteran and buyout casualty was heavily recruited as a potential missing piece to a championship puzzle. But the culture in Los Angeles is drastically different today. Following LeBron's sudden departure, the franchise is firmly entrenched in the Luka Doncic timeline, and the front office is absolutely no longer interested in applying short-term bandages to systemic roster issues. The 2026-27 Lakers have undergone one of the most dramatic roster pivots in recent league memory, aggressively transitioning away from older legs to surround their new franchise cornerstone with youth, elite athleticism, and defensive versatility. This massive shift in organizational philosophy brings us to the fascinating drama surrounding DeMar DeRozan. After mutually parting ways with the Sacramento Kings, the soon-to-be 37-year-old hit the open market, instantly sparking intense rumors of a long-awaited Los Angeles homecoming. But multiple highly connected league insiders, including ESPN's Dave McMenamin and Bleacher Report's Jake Fisher, have completely shut down the idea of DeRozan donning the purple and gold this season. The Lakers have completely zeroed in on finding a prototypical 3-and-D wing who can seamlessly complement Doncic and Austin Reeves without needing the basketball in his hands, which is a stark contrast to DeRozan's elite but incredibly ball-dominant mid-range isolation game. Adding a player of DeRozan's offensive caliber could normally elevate a contender into a powerhouse, but Los Angeles is terrified of repeating past front office mistakes by clogging the floor, disrupting spacing, and stunting the long-term growth of their newly acquired young core. Let's look closely at the undeniable facts of this massive roster overhaul. The Lakers recently said goodbye to LeBron James at age 41, Marcus Smart at 32, Luke Kennard at 30, and Rui Hachimura at 28. In their place, Pelinka executed a monumental sign-and-trade that mortgaged significant draft capital to acquire 24-year-old rim protector Walker Kessler. They've also brought in 26-year-old Quentin Grimes, 27-year-old Colin Sexton, and 27-year-old Sandro Mamakhalashvili to round out an explosive high-energy rotation. DeRozan, despite his brilliant production of 18.4 points, 4.1 assists, and just under 50% shooting in 77 games before a hamstring injury last season, simply does not fit this aggressive youth movement. He turns 37 next month, and while teams like the Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors, and even the crosstown rival LA Clippers are heavily in the mix for his services, the Lakers are resolute in their decision to pivot away from nostalgia and focus entirely on the future. From a pure basketball analysis standpoint, Pelinka's restraint in this scenario is actually brilliant team building. It takes incredible discipline for a front office to turn down a big name with deep LA ties, especially when the championship window is currently wide open. DeRozan remains a phenomenal scorer, but inserting a non-spacing isolation player next to a generational usage-heavy maestro like Doncic is a clear recipe for offensive stagnation. The Lakers are undoubtedly light at the wing position right now following the departure of Smart and Kennard, but they are clearly holding out for a two-way player who fits their modern offensive philosophy rather than settling for a declining veteran out of sheer desperation. Rob Pelinka is betting his entire job security on the belief that a younger, faster, defensively adaptable supporting cast will maximize Doncic's prime in a loaded Western Conference. When you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the teams making deep playoff pushes are the ones with suffocating perimeter defense and seamless offensive flow, not redundant isolation scores. Passing on DeRozan might sting for the fans who love a great homecoming story, but it's a calculated, necessary risk to maintain future salary cap flexibility and preserve the defensive integrity of the starting five. Are the Lakers making a massive mistake by passing on a guaranteed 18 points a night, or is this highly disciplined approach exactly what will lead Luka and Reeves to a title? What if I told you the Lakers' entire free agency strategy could hinge on a massive $33 million backup plan to secure one of the most terrifying perimeter defenders in the association? The front office is officially on the clock, and the stakes could not possibly be higher as Los Angeles frantically searches the market for the final crucial piece to their championship puzzle. After completely revamping their roster this summer to perfectly align with the Luka Doncic timeline, the Lakers have successfully solidified the interior rotation. They just landed elite rebounder and three-time NBA champion Kevin Looney on a one-year deal to serve as a highly reliable backup center behind their new franchise big man Walker Kessler. That move brilliantly shores up the paint, but it leaves a glaring, potentially fatal flaw out on the perimeter. Following the departure of defensive anchor Marcus Smart and other key rotation pieces, the Lakers are desperately thin on the wing. Right now, they need a dynamic, defensive-minded forward who can effortlessly take the toughest assignments on a nightly basis, allowing Doncic and Austin Reeves to conserve their energy and operate with maximum efficiency on the offensive end of the floor. This brings us to the absolute high-stakes drama currently unfolding in the front office. It is no secret around league circles that restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga is the ultimate prize for Los Angeles right now. He represents the exact perfect blend of youth, raw athleticism, and two-way potential that Rob Pelinka is fiercely targeting to elevate this roster. But prying Kuminga away from his current situation is going to be an absolute dogfight in restricted free agency, and the Lakers seriously risk walking away empty-handed if they put all their eggs in one single basket. If Kuminga ultimately elects to sign elsewhere, or if the luxury tax implications simply become too severe for the franchise to stomach, the Lakers are reportedly preparing to trigger a fascinating fallback option. They need a defensive game-changer immediately, and that urgency has led them straight to a controversial, polarizing specialist who could completely alter their defensive identity for the upcoming season. According to highly respected Lakers insider Jovan Buha, if the Kuminga sweepstakes fall through, Los Angeles has their sights firmly set on former Philadelphia 76ers defensive star Matisse Thybulle. The 29-year-old wing is nothing short of a defensive savant, famously named to 2 NBA All-Defensive Second Teams during his electric 3.5-year stint with the Sixers. Let's talk about the hard numbers, because they are absolutely staggering for a perimeter player. Over 245 career contests in Philadelphia, Thybulle averaged an elite 1.4 steals per game and boasts an incredible 108.5 defensive rating for his career. He is an absolute menace on the ball, consistently utilizing quick hands, relentless off-ball activity, and brilliant manipulation tactics to completely disrupt opposing offensive schemes in passing lanes. However, the harsh reality of this $33 million wing is that he has regressed slightly since leaving Philadelphia in 2023, and he has notoriously struggled throughout his career to be a consistent, game-changing contributor on the offensive side of the floor. As a basketball analyst, evaluating the potential Matisse Thybulle addition is an incredible exercise in calculating risk versus reward for a front office. On one hand, pairing Thybulle's elite point-of-attack perimeter defense with the devastating rim protection of Kessler and Looney would instantly give the Lakers one of the most formidable defensive trios in the entire Western Conference. When you have a generational talent like Luka Doncic orchestrating the half-court offense, you don't necessarily need your wing players to aggressively create their own shots. You just need them to hit wide-open corner threes, cut hard to the basket, and absolutely lock up the opposing team's best scorer. Thybulle can effortlessly handle the defensive end, but his severe lack of shooting gravity could allow smart playoff defenses to heavily trap and double-team Doncic in critical fourth-quarter moments. Is that offensive trade-off worth the defensive stability? If Kuminga is taken off the board, beggars truly can't be choosers in the modern NBA, and finding a proven defensive specialist of Thybulle's caliber available on the secondary market is incredibly rare. It's a polarizing rotational fit, but it might just be the exact type of gritty, unselfish role player that championship contenders require to survive a grueling playoff push. Do you think the Lakers should pull the trigger and go all in on Thybulle if they strike out on Kuminga? Is it entirely possible that the answer to the LA Lakers' most glaring roster weakness is already sitting right under their nose, completely dominating the NBA Summer League and quietly modeling his game after two of the most relentless champions in modern basketball history? While everyone in the media is obsessively looking at high-priced free agents and massive trade packages, a 24-year-old kid on a two-way contract is making an absolutely undeniable case to crack J.J. Redick's rotation this season. The Lakers' tumultuous offseason has been defined by massive structural changes, but one specific departure left a gaping, painful hole in their locker room and their overall defensive schemes. When veteran guard Marcus Smart elected to sign with the Houston Rockets, Los Angeles essentially lost their premier perimeter defender and the undisputed vocal leader of their defensive backcourt. Smart was the vital connective tissue that held their point-of-attack defense together against the elite guards of the Western Conference. In his absence, the front office has been scrambling to find a viable replacement capable of navigating screens and making life miserable for opposing ball handlers. But as we've seen time and time again in the past with undrafted players like Austin Reeves and Alex Caruso, the Lakers' developmental system has an uncanny knack for unearthing hidden gems exactly when the franchise needs them most. Enter Chris Manon, an immensely talented prospect out of Vanderbilt, who spent all last season grinding in the G League with the Coachella Valley Lakers. The primary obstacle for any two-way player is proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that their minor league success can effectively translate to the bright lights of the NBA, especially for a legacy franchise severely burdened with immediate championship expectations. Manon is currently fighting for his professional life alongside other hungry, unproven two-way signees like A.K. Okoroke, Peter Suter, and first-round draft pick Cameron Carr. With only a minimum of 5 high-intensity Summer League games in Las Vegas to prove his ultimate worth, the pressure on his shoulders is immense. Furthermore, Manon is far from a finished offensive product. He noticeably struggles with guarding without fouling and needs significant immediate improvement at the free throw line, where he shot just 69.2% last season.
The underlying tension lies in whether head coach J.J. Redick can truly trust a raw 24-year-old prospect with crucial rotation minutes in the middle of a high-stakes playoff push. But if you actually look at the raw production, it's getting incredibly hard for the coaching staff to ignore Manon's impact on the floor. During the California Classic, he put on an absolute two-way clinic, averaging a stellar 14.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, 2.0 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.0 blocks per game. Most impressively, he shot a blistering 78.9% from the floor and 66.7% from beyond the arc, single-handedly helping guide the Lakers to 2 key victories. This sudden offensive surge beautifully complements his already established defensive pedigree. Last season in the G League, he was the runner-up for the prestigious Defensive Player of the Year award and earned highly coveted all-defensive team honors. When asked by reporters exactly who he models his game after, Manon confidently cited former Lakers fan favorite Alex Caruso and 2-time NBA champion Drew Holiday, explicitly stating his primary goal is to be an absolute pest on the ball and off the ball. From a strategic roster construction standpoint, discovering a cost-controlled elite defensive guard is the absolute holy grail for a front office currently trying to manage the luxury tax. If Manon can replicate even 70% of what Alex Caruso consistently provided during the 2020 championship run, it completely changes the Lakers' ceiling moving forward. His defensive versatility and sheer tenacity are exactly what you want sharing the backcourt with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. While his free throw shooting and occasional foul discipline issues are entirely valid concerns, you simply cannot teach his elite defensive instincts, his lateral quickness, or his non-stop motor. The Lakers coaching staff under J.J. Redick now faces the incredibly critical task of succeeding